The Happy MineCrafter, a guide to sustainable living in your own backyard in Minecraft. Hosted by JDMac020. Created and developed by Jonathan MacGregor. And now, let's go to the show. Oh, hello there, Happy Watcher. On today's episode, we are going to turn this right behind me into a blacksmith shop. How about them apples? That's right, Watchers. We have decided here at the estate that we need to have a way to repair our diamond tools rather than just start all over and get random enchantments and all of that kind of good stuff. It was actually suggested to us by a viewer who said we should build a hardware store so we could store our tools, or perhaps a tool shed. And, well, we don't really need a tool shed per se, and there's really not many of us here on the estate, so we don't necessarily need to do a hardware store. But in the spirit of that our watchers' suggestion, we decided a blacksmith shop is pretty close to a hardware store. And so the first thing that we're going to want to do here is hollow out the space that we're going to be using. And that's going to be back through here. We can pop up here and take a quick look at it. It's this empty hollow space here that we're really looking to use. So we're going to go through and just hollow this out just a little bit. Take advantage of this creeper hole here. You can always tell a creeper hole, in case you're not sure, Watchers, by this segment here. It's all the way around 4 wide, and then it's 2 wide, and then it's that's a creeper hole. You just have to take my word for it. And I think we're gonna go one more out because some of you might think that this is not such a sustainable practice, just hollowing out the wall here, digging into the hillside. But really, we're trying to put ourselves inside nature and becoming aligned with it. And I can't think of anything that's more in line with nature than being inside of a hill. And here we have some supplies. We do have a little bit of dirt we're going to pull out of our supply. We've done a little bit of thinking ahead here, perhaps just a tiny bit more than when we were working on our pond and our deck, but not too much more. It's important to be spontaneous when you're dealing with Minecraft nature, and that's we're going to stand by that. So now we've got this laid out pretty well. We've got it stretched out, widened, and you'll see the grass will eventually suffocate and die. And again, it might not seem like the most in tune, nature aware attitude to be taking. You know, it's okay, it's gonna die. But we're just gonna have to go with it this time. See, there we go. Sometimes the symmetry of having everything look the same is the better option. And if you're not sure that's accurate, my watchers, then I don't know how to tell you about that. But we're gonna go ahead. We did make some stone brick, because stone brick looks nice and it fits that gray industrial theme that you might expect with... That looks like a little high there, Watcher. What do you think? That seems a little high. Perhaps we'd be better served making some slabs. I kind of like that idea. Let's do some slabs. And this also makes me think we need to change this up just a tiny bit, because we have a plan here I think you're going to like quite a bit. Some of you may know, if anybody is a fan of Paul Soares Jr., you may have seen some of this in the past, and in which case, kudos, you have good taste. Let's go ahead and place this here real quick. You might have an idea where we're going with this. If not, that's okay. You are along for the ride. I promise you will see how this is going to work out. Because the goal here is to show you, the watcher, how you can do this in your own backyard. So, we're going to lay this out. Carpet the floor here. Oh goodness, we did the wrong thing. And it formed a whole block, so it broke both of them. That's inconvenient, but it is not the end of the world. So we're gonna go ahead and careful. Remember, you can't place a block where you're standing. That's just crazy talk. Are we really one short? I have a feeling we're gonna need to tear some of this up. So we're not gonna make any more just yet. Yes. So what we're see, I told you. I told you we would need to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do that and use this one here. Because what this really does is it caps all of the moisture in the dirt from seeping up and ruining our projects when we're trying to maintain. In fact, I think we don't have this right yet either. So let's go ahead and place this here. And we have to go up. We need to cap the moisture and keep the dirt out of our operations. Anyone who knows pretty much anything about blacksmithing is going to know that moisture and dirt are things that you just don't want in your project. Whether you're making tools or horseshoes or a sword. I don't think Minecraft shoes aren't really an option in Minecraft, horseshoes rather. But we're going to truck on anyhow because that's just what we do. So we have this started, and I'd like to put that's not going to work. We're going to have to put that there. We do have. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, watchers, because the main purpose here is this is aesthetic. We need to put an anvil down for the actual repair purposes. And we'll need some water and maybe some lava for aesthetic purposes as well. But we're going to have to be clever about how we go about this. So hold that thought, watchers. So we do have a new plan. We are going to do things a little bit differently now. Just a tiny bit. We are going to finish one part of this operation before we move on to the next. Finish what you start. That's a very important thing. I'm sure you've heard it before. So we're going to go ahead and this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a nice fire hearth. Oh no! Hello, cow. Almost cooked himself into a steak. So we're going to go ahead and start that. We're going to add some nice blacksmith shop ambiance. And we don't want to walk in there. We don't really want cows in there. So we're going to go ahead and apply a grating directly across. 2 levels high, maybe 3. Let's see what it looks like when it's 2 levels high. Oh, I like that. I do like that. And do I have my... This is a good effect. So we're going to take some stairs, some steps that we... oh, they are stairs. Now we're going to go ahead and place those. Like so. And here we have a nice little hearth for our blacksmith shop. It's pretty fancy. No. Next up, we do need maybe a little more oomph to our heat. So we are going to... We're going to do something... Oh, we're going to throw nether brick stairs, because that's what all the cool kids are doing, I guess. We are going to... See, I tried to make this. See, that's not going to work. Now, is it? I think all of you at home know this is not going to work like that. So where we are going to put in our little bit of lava, we are going to need to dig this out. This cow just wants in on the action today. Can't you see that? We're being very in tune with Minecraft today, folks. The cow is coming, and he recognizes that we're just trying to do our thing here, and he wants to be a part of that. And that's a beautiful thing. That's really what we're all about here at the estate. And yes, this will work out quite nicely. Where'd my dirt go? We can put some dirt back in here. We're going to go ahead and continue working a little bit longer, I think. Let's go ahead and if we plant this one here, this cow is not going to want to be here when we get finished with this, happy watchers. I can guarantee you that. Am I too close, or is the cow in the way? I think the cow is in the way. Go away. There we go. And so, we have this. We might need to dig this out a little bit more. Whoop, that's the problem with diamond tools, watchers. Sometimes they get a little out of control. So we're going to plant this in here. Whoop. Not the water. It helps to remember your hotkeys correctly, watchers. That's really about all I need to say about that. And we're going to come up here and we're going to finish yes. Now we don't really need, this is already taking up too much space, watchers, if you ask me. So we're going to take this element out. And we're going to shrink it down just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And voila. We have what I like to think as a nice little lava pit. And so, let's see just how nice it actually is. Oh, that's lovely. Don't you think that's just very nice out there, watchers? Look at that, and it brightened up the place considerably, so that's good. But where we have water, I'm getting ahead of myself, watchers. Where we have lava, so if you think of this as we're going to take the metal, the steel, the iron, we're going to cook it up and we're going to heat it. We also need a way, after banging on it and repairing it, to cool it down quickly, which is what gives the steel and the iron its strength. So we're going to need some water very close by so that we are able... See, the problem here, watchers, is I don't like the view of the dirt underneath. This is not a dirt floor shop. We should not be giving off that picture here. That's not what we're about here. You might think that that's being in tune with Minecraft nature, but it's really not. It's not what we're trying to do here. So we're going to go ahead and plant this here, and be careful, you could easily fall in that water. Lava. I've got water on the brain, watchers. So we're going to put this water, set up a nice cauldron right there, right next to it, so we are able to do what we need to do. I think that looks quite nice, don't you? We have our nice hearth, our water, and here we go with some lava. All that's missing is the actual anvil that we will do the work on. you will need 3 blocks of iron, which is 27 iron ingots. And if you don't have 27 iron ingots, watchers, I will repeat my advice: less YouTube and more mining. You cannot go wrong underground. So we'll need 3 of those and then 4 more iron ingots, because think of an anvil. You got a hammer on it, so you put your nice strong iron block at the top to hammer on. And then you need a stand, also made out of iron, on the bottom. So 3 ingots on the bottom, an ingot in the middle, making the stem, and then 3 blocks to hammer on. Gives you an anvil. Ta-da! The anvil is fantastic. This is going in a completely different direction than I initially envisioned, watchers, but I think we're going to run with it. I think this is working out quite nicely. I'm not feeling the slabs, watchers. I'm really not feeling the slabs anymore, because we've had to go down a level in order to put in our lava. So the slabs really aren't working anymore. And that kind of leads us to another piece of life philosophy here that we try to live by at the estate. You set your priorities. You set the priorities, and the rest will come together. I think this will do nicely, and we are going... Oh, this is in the way now, isn't it? I think. Yes, it will stay put. This one we're going to chop down. I think that works quite well, don't you, happy watchers? And so, we are a little bit, we do want a better way to get in and out here. What do you think, watchers? I'm not sure that's actually going to do the trick that we want it to. So perhaps, let's get a comparison. When in doubt, compare. Let's go ahead and put something in here. I like that. It fits better, don't you think? It draws the line between the dirt and the stone just a little bit better. Let's go ahead and plant that there. Yes, I think it's not perfect, but I think it serves better than what we had. Perhaps if I place another stair over here. Sure, let's go with that. Maybe a slab right there. Ooh, that's not too shabby at all. Alright then, happy watchers. I think we might be onto something. And there you have it, watchers. You've spent the entire time here watching me create this lovely in-tune blacksmith shop, complete with lava, our own cauldron, netherrack-powered fire with its own grade A+ safety grading, and of course the anvil, which will provide useful times in episodes ahead, I assure you. Now, I had hoped to spend a little bit more time on this episode brushing things up, maybe putting a roof on, perhaps adding some glowstone instead of torches, but I think we spent enough time on this project for 1 week. After all, the goal is supposedly to give you workable projects that you can do at home. And we don't want to spend an entire hour and a half just going over one project. That would be just crazy talk, watchers. And so, whew, that was hot, hot, hot. Whew, okay. Until next time, if that's not an exit cue, watchers, I don't know what is. So until next time, happy MineCrafting. This show was brought to you by Mojang, Windows Expressions Encoder, Open Broadcaster Software, Windows Movie Maker, and by watchers like you. Weapons are prohibited in prison. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody in the viewing audience today. No killing guards, obviously. Failure to do so will result in jail and death.